Hey BookTube, it's Tara, and I am doing my April 2020 wrap up. In the month of April, I read 7 books total. 5 were audiobooks, 1 was a ebook through Kindle Unlimited, and 1 was a physical book. So I'm going to start at the very beginning. And the first book that I finished in April was Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson. I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. It follows 2 young girls, Monday and her best friend Claudia, and Monday ends up missing. And it's interesting because no one really talks about why Monday's missing. No one really seems to know what happened to Monday. And what ends up happening, I assumed is what happened. So I predicted Monday's fate. What I did not see coming was what happened to her best friend Claudia. That blew me away. Again, I didn't see it coming. Excellent book. 5 out of 5 stars. The second book that I finished in April was Erotic Stories for Punjabi Widows, and this book followed a young girl by the name of Nikki who was hired to teach writing classes at a community center. Through the course of her trying to teach her writing class to these older women, they end up writing and creating these very erotic stories that take up a good majority of the book. Now, the other side plot revolves around a murder, and I hope that's not really giving things away, but there's a dual plot going on. Not that the erotic stories per se is a plot. However, I found the erotic stories to be more entertaining than, I guess, the mystery that was happening in the background of the book. So I ended up giving it 3 stars. The next book I finished was My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. I hated this book. It follows a young high school girl who went to a high school that was more like a boarding school, I guess, because she did not live with her parents. She lived in a dorm room, and she basically enjoyed having sex with her teacher. Yes, there was manipulation involved. However, I also feel that there was something seriously wrong with her, and I couldn't quite figure out what the issue was, why she decided to become involved with this teacher, why she decided to become obsessed after so many years, why he wasn't the only one. I had too many questions. That's all I can really say about that. I know that a lot of other booktubers who read this story and thoroughly enjoyed it. I personally couldn't vibe with it, so wasn't my cup of tea. 2 stars. The next book I finished was a ebook on Kindle Unlimited called Caught Up with Rona by Tanisha Stewart. This book actually talks about the coronavirus, and so it was something new that was written this year in 2020. I talked about the synopsis of this book in a prior Friday Reads video that, again, I'll link in the cards, but it follows 2 young black men who get caught up in selling this new drug on the market called COVID-69. It's an urban thriller. It was thrilling. It was funny. It was a whirlwind joyride. I ended up giving it 4 solid stars. Next book I finished was The One by John Mars. Again, I talked a little bit more in depth about this in a prior video, but this book talks about how there's a new technology that will match you with the love of your life through a DNA test, and it follows 5 couples and their matches. I loved it. It was good. I listened to this book as an audiobook, and I gave it 5 stars. The next audiobook that I listened to was Our Harlem, 7 Days of Cooking, Music, and Soul at the Red Rooster. And this was more or less not a book, but kind of like a documentary style listen. It was very entertaining. I love the music, I love the recipes, I love the history that was being taught. Again, very entertaining, fun to listen to. I really enjoyed it and I gave it 5 stars. And then the last book I'm going to talk about was a physical read, A Good Neighbor by Therese and Fowler. I did an entire reading vlog on this book and I gave it 5 stars on Goodreads because you can't do partial stars. But really, I gave it 4.75 stars because this book brought me to tear. I'm not going to say tears because nothing physically fell, but it brought up a lot of emotion out of me, and I was extremely moved by this book. Extremely moved. I would not read it again, only because it evoked so much emotion out of me. This is the first book that I've read to ever do that for me. I did enjoy it, but it was a tough read. I'll link the reading vlog in the cards. Again, I gave it 5 stars on Goodreads, 4.75 personally. And that wraps up my April 2020 wrap up. I did want to mention that I got a book in the mail today that I am very excited about. So I'll be starting this tonight. I am super excited about Elizabeth Acevedo's brand new book, Clap When You Land. Anyway, just wanted to bring that up because I'm super excited to get started on it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you want to see more content from me. Thumbs up. I appreciate you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.